Hello and welcome back to Tree Tuesday. I am Naturalist Katie, and this week we are tackling the awesome pawpaw tree. So pawpaw trees are the largest indigenous fruit that we have here in North America that is edible. And apparently it tastes like a mix of bananas and mangoes, almost like a tropical fruit smoothie. It was said to be the favorite dessert of President George Washington. So even though this tree is native and it has an awesome fruit, many people have not tasted it. So today we're going to talk about how you can identify it and how you can grow your own pawpaw tree at home. So let's talk about pawpaw identification. First things first, pawpaw are typically an understory tree. So if you're looking for them in the forest, you're going to find them well below the oaks and the maples, reaching about 30 to 40 feet in height. You'll often find them on hillsides in well-drained soils nearby streams. But they're also perfectly happy to grow out in the open in your backyard. You can look for their awesome leaves, which are very large and shaped like a teardrop. And they're really cool buds, which are kind of like little black paintbrushes and are very soft to the touch. Something else you can look for to identify a pawpaw is its trunk with bark with wart-like lenticles. What is a lenticule, you ask? Well, you've probably noticed these on things like white birch trees, those really cool black lines that make the tree so beautifully dramatic. But white birch aren't the only one with lenticles. In fact, all trees have them. Lenticles are like a tree's breathing tube. It helps the tree exchange gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen with the atmosphere. So some other things that you can look for to identify pawpaws are its flowers in the spring and then its fruit in the fall. So its flowers are a very interesting purplish brown color and smell quite nasty, but that is on purpose to attract things like flies and beetles. These flowers are known as perfect flowers, meaning that they have both male and female parts. However, these trees cannot self-pollinate. They must cross-pollinate with another tree nearby. So to avoid self-pollination, the male and female parts of the flower actually ripen at different times. Once the pollination is successful, you are lucky to have a pawpaw fruit produced. Now these fruit are very odd and oblong with smooth flesh and looking greenish this time of year, ripening by mid-September when they might turn a bit yellow. Now, like I said, their flavor is supposed to be amazing. I wouldn't know because I've never tried one, but I'm definitely gonna have to come back and try one of these fall. And the reason that we don't really get a chance to taste these is because we are at the northernmost part of their range, so they're not as common in this part of Pennsylvania. And also the fruit bruises easily and doesn't last long. And that's why you don't really see it in grocery stores. However, this tree is a perfect candidate for your yard. It will grow very happily, and it is deer resistant as well as very resistant to diseases. So it's quite an easy thing if you want to get it going in your yard. Furthermore, it often sends up suckers, so pretty soon you will have more than one pawpaw happily growing. If you do want to try to grow a pawpaw, just know you're gonna need two, because remember they need to cross-pollinate. If you want, you can try to grow them from seed. So if you're lucky enough to get your hands on a fruit, let that fruit rot away, take those seeds, which are very, very large, and just lightly press it into some potting soil. I suggest leaving these guys alone in their own pot because once they start to burst open, they'll put down a very deep taproot as well as some awesome lateral roots. These deep taproots are an excellent indication of this plant being native to Pennsylvania and able to withstand changing environmental conditions. Because they can reach so deep in the soil, they can reach nutrients way down there, as well as withstand long periods of drought. So if you want to get your paws on a pawpaw, I totally recommend trying to plant them in your own backyard. I hope you guys had some fun learning about one of our native fruits, and if you tasted it, let me know what you think it tastes like in the comments down below. I'll see you in the next Tree Tuesday. Bye!